Third set of the day will be played on Naro Station. Spawning in the bottom left-hand position as the Blue Zerg from CJ Entis, trying to avenge his fallen comrade Hydra. It's effOrt.
His opponent already has 2 kills for today, going for the third on Naro Station. His name is Innovation, playing for STX Seoul, spawning as Red Terran on the right top position of the map.
Also known as Yi Shin Hyung.
Also known as Bogus, but you know, we threw that name out long time ago.
We can't actually call him Bogus. Like, that's not even fair to him. He's too good for Bogus.
Maybe only the last game where we saw his one of the matchups and we were like,
if he plays
against
really
Turn.
bad.
If he plays really bad, well, yeah, I guess we could call him that. Now, when it comes to Starcraft2, Innovation and effOrt is 1-1. Round number 4 was when they met the last time, and Innovation did take a win against effOrt. Wow. Heart of a Swarm, Innovation, he has 92.3% win rate against a Zerg player, 12-1. This includes WCS, WCS GSL Korea, and Pro League. Pro League, he is 5-1. WCS, he is 7-0 against Zerg.
You're not supposed to see statistics like that. Like, you don't see anything like above 65% generally.
Unless you're Flash.
Unless you're Flash, but I guess if you're Innovation, the Invincible, then you can have a 92.3% win rate in Heart of the Swarm TVZ. It's perfectly possible. That's a little bit crazy there. I liked that effOrt. He scattered a little bit from proxy racks around the third base, but then he went back. He went ahead and made that hatchery at his natural there.
This guy actually came from Jeju Island to cheer on for Hero.
Now, guys,
from CJ Entis.
Jeju Island is like even farther away than Busan, actually.
You actually have to take an airplane over there. Granted, it's not that far away compared to what people expect, but it's like a really giant island right below South Korea.
It's not as far as Japan.
Which is still part of Korea, by the way.
Yeah, Jeju Island. Things I have noticed are a little bit different over there. I know they don't sell Cheetos there. Yeah, I learned that. My friend, actually, he's like a secretary for one of the executives, I think for CJ, ironically, and he's over there for some type of vacation with his boss, and he had the good like Cheetos for him.
You know, they actually have palm trees down there.
Yeah,
you haven't realized.
I'm from Florida. I love palm trees. They're very nice.
And Jeju Islands actually support that climate.
Yeah.
To be exact, they're not actually. You know, they actually imported all
they're
these trees from. Yeah, but you know, they're still alive and well, so that's all that matters.
True. Yeah. There's the STX Seoul coach. He's seen worse days. He's seen some pretty nice days now, though. I used to always joke that he looked like his cat died on it. He always had that expression on his face. Not anymore, man. He's always smiling now.
The sun is finally shining down on STX Seoul as they're on a nice wins. You know, they went on a nice winning streak in the middle of the season. They're on a 3-game losing streak in Pro League, unfortunately, but, you know, they're still contending for the top 4 places in Pro League, and they could definitely make it into the playoffs this season. If not this season, maybe the next season.
You know what? They got Innovation. That's, like, enough reason to be happy. Like, STX Seoul, throughout their history, they've had, like, okay players. They've even had a player that was able to, like, win an MSL through Calm, but they never really had a player that could actually be a contender for one of the best players in the world kind of scenario.
It's like they didn't have a player who had the charisma to become a top player, and some players might play well, such as Calm, but just, like I said, he doesn't have charisma, and people just overlook him. He's like, oh yeah, he won an MSL, but he won it through CBC with Zerg map, so whatever.
Yeah, I remember the ZvT era of Brood War. But looking into the game here, it looks like we have that third command center on the way from Innovation. Pretty much a very similar opener to last game here. He's getting some Hellions right now. I actually really like this little mini wall off here by that natural. It's pretty interesting to see him do that.
His opponent effOrt is not opening up the same as Hydra, as he's not opting to get a third base early.
Whoa,
just like
hold on
his
a second.
We have third gas, actually.
We have a lot of gases here. That's generally going to lean towards a roach aggression early on in the game. Certainly could do that with the Baneling follow-up as well. So Innovation, he's going to have to be very defensive this game because, you know, he is going for that fast third command center.
Yeah, I mean, he's going for the fast third command center, and the wall-off is pretty nice, but it does allow some of the units to get inside the main base right away.
That's true.
So Lair be on the way as soon as he has enough gas to do so. And let's see what the follow-up is going to be.
And we got some Queens here with those Evo Chambers going to be able to easily wall off here, prevent those Hellions from doing any kind of scouting. I would like to see the destructible rocks destroyed, though, at that natural. Otherwise, you know, that's only the one choke that can be walled off, not both of them.
Yeah, and sneaking in one Hellion into the main base is going to be so crucial at this point. If Innovation knows what's happening inside the effOrt space, then it's going to be okay.
Hold on a
Wait,
second.
is that a mistake?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
No, that wasn't a mistake, actually. He was trying to wall off in that little area over there.
Ah, that's true. It was still looking really weird, though. Like, I think effOrt's trying to pull out some mind games right now because he's getting the melee attack and armor, which means that he's going to go roaches, but then eventually back into the standard Needling Baneling tech. He's making 6 roaches right now. Innovation, he just started his 1-1. We also have roach speed on the way and a 3rd hatchery as well. Got a nice family over here watching some Starcraft. It's always good to see.
That roach run was a huge mind game, but Innovation sneaks one Hellion inside the main base to see the later timing.
2 Hellions get in here, and now they're also going to see the roaches. Innovation going to be completely prepared for any kind of pressure that his opponent does. Even gets 2 drones in addition to very crucial scouting information.
But did he actually see the Nidus that went down?
That's the question. Do you know whose signature that was, by the way?
effOrt's.
effOrt's. Nice. Well, makes sense since he's playing right now.
Actually, I think he got the signature today before the game started. But look at this, Nidus network went down as soon as the Hellions went inside the main base. So Innovation does not have any clue at this point. He knows that there's going to be some aggression, but he doesn't know what type of aggression except the roaches.
You know what? I'm actually really curious. Okay, well, this should be spotted by Innovation. I'm still wondering why we aren't seeing the missile attack instead of the melee attack. And Innovation actually making a big mistake here. He doesn't realize this. And the Marine stimming in, and the SCV is being pulled up the mineral line now, but Innovation just spotting this a little bit too late here. At the same time, another Nidus Swarm at the front entrance of our STX players' natural. There is a bunker and a lot of SCVs here. It looks like this roach regression in the main base will be able to get held off, and at the natural as well. Losing some SCVs here, Innovation needs to make sure that he micros his units properly, but overall, he is defending.
He is defending, but effOrt's intention was not to finish the game. Like you said before, there's roach speed already out on the way. He wouldn't have gone for that if he's, you know, trying to finish the game right now, especially with the melee upgrade instead of the range attack upgrade.
I also want to point out that Innovation is quite far behind in supply right now. It's 61 to 92, and our Zerg player, he just got his 3rd base online. He can keep applying pressure. He's going to be able to spread creep as well. This is going to be so annoying for Innovation to deal with. At this stage in the game, he's going to have to waste his scans trying to take out some of the creep tumors over here.
Yeah, well, the units are out of position to cover the Nidus network, and it's going to get taken out.
The Nidus network does fall here. These roaches actually going to do a good amount of damage, sniping off a few units here and there. This command center, Innovation really wants to take that 3rd, but I feel like he's getting a little bit too hasty here. And now we have a drop moving across the map. Should be spotted, though, instantly. effOrt looking like he's in a really good position right now.
He's in a great position, but he needs to defend against a Medibrick one time.
He's building a Sport and a Spine right now.
He's not going to finish
he actually, I'm looking at his unit count right now. He doesn't have any units really out in this position to defend against this drop here, so you know, the drones, a few of them are going to go down. He's going to be forced to, you know, do a little bit of damage here. The roaches coming in, but they're going to be able to get taken out, actually, I think. Nope.
Well, additional roaches still arrive, and the effOrt, he did scare away the medivac from his opponent.
That's good. Look at this creep spread, though, man. That's actually, like, so cool that the creep has been able to get spread out this far on the side of the map using that Nidus network. But Innovation does take out that creep. That's actually really crucial. And this Queen will fall as well. Queens are not escaping Stim Marines off creep. That's just not happening.
Yeah, well, effOrt did a nice job earlier in the game pressuring his opponent, killing a lot of SCVs, and right now, Innovation just replenished his SCV count back to 47, while effOrt, he was sitting on the 60s, now in the 70s.
And at the same time, you know, he's spreading out his creep very well. Look at the creep spread this game. It's a lot better than Hydra's, I have to admit. Also, effOrt, he got his 4th base up. He's got a lot of static defenses around his expansions as well. I feel like he has a better grasp on this matchup than Hydra does. We're seeing a lot of differences in their play style against Innovation.
Really fast Hive following up behind this, and effOrt is now getting all the upgrades that he wants. The Banelings are on the way, and triple hooks are almost finished.
That's true. So he's got a nice Roachling Baneling composition, and he has the static defense to deal with the drops. things are looking pretty good for effOrt right now, I have to say.
Well, he needs to start focusing right now because Innovation is moving out on the map, but at the same time, he's going for the drop at the third base.
He's going for the drop at the third. There's not enough static defense here, though. Like, it's on its way, but this is the second time Innovation dropped when the static defense wasn't completed. Doing another one in the main base at the same time. Only a single Spine Crawler to deal with that. Banelings connect, kill off a lot of units here at the same time. effOrt trying to do a counterattack at that third base, but it's not happening. This drop moving back over here. It looks like the main drop has been able to do a lot of damage. These Zerglings running in here, but they're not doing the damage they need to do, just getting healed off by that medevac. At the same time, this army over here from Innovation forced to be sent away from main base. He's all over the place, man. There's too much going on right now.
This multitasking is so solid throughout the whole game. He dropped 2 places at the same time and even microed his main army behind it.
So, I mean, the drone count still isn't insanely large for the amount killed here. Another big drop going down that's going to take out the Spine and Spore, and he's going to be able to easily take out that Queen. A few units on the high ground. Another drop at that third base at the same time. Now focusing down a lot of units, but it's going to be forced back. This hatchery, the 4th hatchery, is looking like it's going to end up going down. The Stim Marauders are going to be able to deal way too much DPS here. They're going to get lifted up, moved over towards that main base. effOrt, he needs to have his units in multiple locations, but he simply can't afford it. He's trying to do a counterattack at the third. There's a lot of bio reinforcements here to deal with this. Now Widow Mines being added into the composition of Innovation here instead of Marine Marauder Medevac.
Yeah, but effOrt did not lose multiple bases, just like the last game from Hydra. Instead, he's still sitting on 3 bases. He has a nice drone count. He's getting a Ultra Dem behind us with Burrow, so he is still in this game.
He's certainly still in this game, but Innovation has taken the supply lead right now. 157 to 122. And the Banelings moving in here. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage, killing off a good amount of SCVs here. Up to 29, this game have been killed now from effOrt. He's been doing a great job at keeping this Terran player from getting too much of an economic lead here. Still, though, Innovation ahead in supplies. effOrt's got a lot of money banked up, which I know he's just waiting to use on those Ultras there. He's got his 3-3. About 2/3 of the way done. Innovation just starting his 3-3 right now. You also have the energy upgrade for the Infestors on the way. No Ultras quite yet, and no armor upgrade for the Ultras has started as well.
Innovation is moving out on the map. At the same time, there's a direct drop going inside the main base right now.
A drop going on inside the main base. The Zerglings out of position. They are moving in the position. Now Innovation moving towards that third base here, and I'm not sure if there's actually enough Zerg units. He is getting good surround here, actually a great surround. Widow Mine's doing a lot of damage, though. It looks like our Terran player will be victorious in this skirmish here, though, and we still have constant wings being reinforced. effOrt's multitasking being stretched to his greatest degree here, but I think just maybe a little bit too much. Innovation starting to get more and more of a lead here.
And remember, there's a spawning pool just went down inside the main base, which means that there's not going to be any reinforcements by effOrt except the 4 Ultras that's coming out on the way.
The Ultras can do some damage. The problem is effOrt is going to lose this third base over here. His 4th has only just been recently remade at this point. Just so much constant aggression and drops from Innovation, multitasking everywhere. This guy is a freaking genius when it comes to this matchup.
You know, I'm not so sure about Zergs on this map because the Terran players can still abuse the space and go for the multiple drops, and Innovation is showing a really pretty much the textbook example of how to drop on this map.
I think it's not just how to drop, it's like how to win 101 against Zerg.
Oh yeah, how to drop eventually translates into how to
The Ultras are out now, though. They're going to be able to scare away a good amount of this army, at least temporarily, but one of the medevacs going to the main base while the other ones run away here. We have more reinforcements moving across the map to that location, but we need to see that 4th base get taken out. That's the last bastion of defense and economy, essentially, for effOrt at this point. Nice Fungal going down, takes out a few units here, but still supplies greatly in the favor of Innovation. 135, 137 to 120.
And look at the number of medevacs right now. Those Marines are not dying so fast at this point. More Marauders are getting added in, but 13 medevacs with the main army.
The medevac count is getting a little bit ridiculous. Innovation actually needs to think about taking a 4th base right now, though, because he is going to fall behind in economy at this rate, and the Zerg player is going to become more and more cost efficient with those Ultras being added into the composition as well, and the Infestors.
Do remember, however, that effOrt is only sitting on 3 bases 20 minutes into the game, so it's still a hard situation for him to win the game.
These Ultras, look at that, completely just denying any potential drops here. We have Innovation moving across the map with a squadron of Marines, Marauders, and Water Mines here. If they can catch his opponent out of position, that'd be really good. There's still a lot of drop defense here, but none of it can kill off medevacs, unfortunately. All right, so this squadron over here moving towards that 4th base here. effOrt
Just scouted.
He scouts him, and he's going to be able to get a good surround here. The Fungals, one of them goes down, gets a good amount of units here. The problem is the surround is going to completely obliterate this Terran army here. Innovation, he could actually end up falling behind if, you know, he can't continue to do good amounts of damage. But no, this drop here, that changes everything once again, doing a critical amount of damage in that natural. He may even be able to snipe up a few of those infestors. The spawning pool will survive for now as the Ultras and Fungals go ahead and finish off those Marines there. But Innovation now up to 173 supplies, still not taking that 3rd base. Kind of a little bit worried about him from that perspective.
The command center is almost finished, so all he has to do is lift it up over there. But you know, it's kind of risky to take it at that exact position because the Zerg player has better mobility, I have to say, with the Zerglings, and they could go for the harassment at the right bottom base.
That's exactly. So both players have pretty much the critical upgrades that they need from both sides. This medevac moving across the map, but the creep tumors do spot it. At the same time, we have Innovation moving again with another army towards that 4th base over there. Will he be able to get the critical amount of damage done, though? That's a lot of Marauders. Good Fungals going down, hitting the medevacs and the bulk of that bio army. We do have Widow Mines in this mix, but they're not really being utilized that much at this point. More good Fungals going down and drop once again towards that Zerg's 3rd base, but looks like it's going to be able to get countered pretty easily. But the 4th base does end up falling. There's just not enough to deal with this medevac count. It's absolutely out of control.
The problem for effOrt is that he lost the 3rd and the 4th base early on. He didn't have enough minerals to add the Zerglings into the main army composition, and as you saw in the main army engagement over there, he only had Ultras and Infestors. No Zerglings to surround the bio forces from the back, or no Banelings to connect to the bio army, and that's the reason why Innovation came out ahead in that engagement.
So Innovation now up to max supply. Our Zerg player 126, he's dead on economy at this point. Both players have equalized the worker count now, 57 to 57, and been killed off total. Oh, actually, I think that's how much they have right now. All the Ultras are completely getting decimated by this bio army. I think this is the killing blow. effOrt, that's got to be it for him. GG is called. Innovation continues his utter domination of CJ Entis as they now find themselves down 0-3 against STX Seoul.
effOrt's plan was nice. effOrt's micro was pretty good compared to Hydra, but he just couldn't defend well against the medevac drops.
So are we going to see the 3 there? Nope, just a bow.
He's going to wait for the foe.
Yeah, he's going to wait for the 4. Innovation, he likes like the prey in the booth. He's got a very Zen-like stature to himself, I guess.
I mean, that's a characteristic of all the STX Seoul players. You know, they don't have a huge charisma, but you know, if they play well, they just look like, oh, I just won a game. It was easy for me.
I think Innovation's like the poster child for that, though. He always prays like in his first game. All right, so STX Seoul looking pretty happy about this so far. They only have 1 match left. I think we know who we're going to see sent out as well.
Yeah, well, CJ, they are down to their last player, and now they are forced to send out their ace player. Who is it going to be? We all know who it is going to be. Given the options, it is going to be Hero.
And here is Hero, the last player being sent out from CJ Entis. He's a solid Protoss player, perfectly capable of taking down Innovation, but can he do it? Innovation's already up 3-0 against CJ, and he's looking mighty strong.
Well, Hero, he's got the work cut out for him. He needs to go for the reverse all-kill, the first step, Innovation.
All right, guys, we have to go into a quick commercial break. Will Innovation get his 3rd all-kill of the season? Find out when we come back.